How does James Charles still have a platform is a question that I see a lot of people asking, and I think I have an answer to that. So you've probably heard that recently James Charles has been into a scandal again, this time for mocking a woman for losing her job because the company closed down. And everyone has been talking about that all over social media and wondering why he still has followers. So let's first see the video in question, shall we? Of course, this is not the first time he's been in a scandal, but more on that later.
DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job."
Well, that's true. Spirit Airlines has filed for bankruptcy, so she lost her job through no fault of her own, mind you. It's not like she was fired for something she did. The company just closed. She could have been like the best worker, but still.
Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help. I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you?
Why is he so happy over somebody losing their job through no fault of their own?
Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste this.
Oh my God. Finding a new job, and now this woman knows what to do. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you for enlightening us. I'm sure she has never thought of finding a new job. This has never occurred to her, but thanks to you, now she knows.
To copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities.
Oh my God, that's a crime. She doesn't follow him. She dared to send him a message without following him. Oh, babes. How horrible. Imagine if I were to make a fuss every time someone messages me without following me. By the way, feel free to message me regardless of whether you follow me or not, because that doesn't matter.
You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
Oh, talk about projection. Who is entitled? I know you know. We know.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even...
Oh my God. Influencers are literally the people who are funded by other people. Maybe not directly, sometimes directly. So some people are directly buying James Charles's products and are directly funding him. Some people are funding him indirectly, for example, watching his videos that are, for example, monetized on YouTube, so he gets money from AdSense. The people are not actually paying anything, but their views help YouTube pay him, so they're funding him indirectly. If they're not there to watch his videos, he won't get the money. Like, the irony of this.
Don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing, and you think that I'm gonna send you...
Oh my God, she's not following him. She's never supported him. Oh, the poor little ego. Oh, I feel so bad for him. I don't.
Money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs.
Who is James to tell us about the real world? He doesn't live in it. He doesn't live in it. He lives in a luxury mansion. He has lots of money. He has never had like a regular office job or anything like that. Why is he telling us about real world? And I'm not saying that if you have like a lot of money and if you manage to make a lot of money young and you were just, you know, like lucky and successful, that necessarily makes you a bad person. But you cannot tell people about real life, okay? Like you don't have it. You don't have it in that sense that you mean it.
Every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside
Why is he so mad? You don't want to help her? Okay, don't help her. That's it. That's so simple. You don't have to. She asked you, she didn't say, James, you know what? You have to help me. You have to. That's your duty. You are legally bound to help me. She never said that.
from that? 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe?
Well, maybe all of these people need a GoFundMe. It would be nice to help all of them. But of course, it will be difficult to help all the people at once. Also, the people losing their jobs are all in different situations, right? So some people have their family members, significant others, etc. to support them financially. Some people might have other sources of income, like some passive income. Some people might have already found a new job because they were planning to quit. Some people have less bills to pay. Other people have loans to pay out. Like, everybody's in a different situation, right? So that's why for some people, losing a job is like an unpleasant situation, but not a tragedy. For some other people, it might be like a serious problem.
At least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one.
Oh my God, that's so terrible. Now she pissed him off. Whatever shall she do? This is like the worst that could have happened. Nobody cares, James. Nobody cares.
Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least...
No. James, you don't get to welcome people to the real world because you're not there, okay? You are here and the real world is here. You cannot welcome them here. You can welcome them to your luxury world of fantasy, but not to the real world.
Please understand, if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan, here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you, I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help.
Oh my God, now we know that maybe in some cases James would actually help a person. How reassuring. Oh. Now we definitely think better of him, don't we?
Because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what?
No, he didn't do nothing. He could have done nothing. Literally. He could have read this DM. Like, okay, if he doesn't want to help, it's up to him, right? It's up to him if he wants to help or not. We also don't know like what his current financial situation is. Obviously it's a good one, but like maybe he's just about to, I don't know, buy something. He doesn't have to help. Nobody's saying he has to. So he could have done nothing. He could have read this DM and done nothing. But instead, he's posting this video.
You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
What have we just watched? Mind you, I'm, as I have many times said, I'm against cancel culture because when there are some allegations thrown at a person, regardless of whether this person has misbehaved in the past or not, we need to check them. But this video, he posted it himself on his account, on his spam account, but it's still his account that people know. And he later actually admitted to posting this video. Like, he did not deny it. So we are 100% sure that this is true because he himself confirmed it. People had a lot of backlash about that because that was just absolutely outrageous, as you might have noticed. And a lot of people started asking the question, how come that he still has so many followers even before this happened? Because that's definitely not the first time that James Charles gets into a scandal, and some of his previous ones, like suggestively texting minors, were actually much worse than, you know, mocking somebody who lost their job, which is obviously also a bad thing to do, but not nearly as detrimental as trying to get together with like a 14-year-old, which according to some people actually happened that James was texting them when they were 14. Now this James, I don't think he has admitted personally, so I cannot be 100% sure that is true, but there were so many allegations from so many different people, and James did admit to texting some people who were underage, texting them suggestively. Some people are asking, like, how come he has followers and so many followers? I think he has like 40 million on TikTok. after this? And I think I do have the answer. And the first one is, all this scandal with the minors happened in 2019. So that was 7 years ago. And I don't think he was on TikTok even back then, because TikTok was not really popular. People actually started actively joining it, people in the US in like 2020, 2021, etc. And that's more or less, I believe, when James Charles joined it too. So all these followers that he has gained, most of them are probably new followers that have no idea what happened in 2019, because either they were just not following any beauty drama back then, they're just new to the beauty world, maybe they're young people who were kids back then, maybe they're older people but who have just gotten into the beauty community, into social media, or into makeup at all just recently. Like take me, for example, I have been doing my makeup since I was 13, but I only joined the beauty community and started being active on social media when I was 31. So before that, I wouldn't have known like who James Charles was, even though I did my makeup and I was buying makeup products in stores and on websites. I'm guessing a huge chunk of those people who are following him on TikTok, I don't know if you can hear it, the thunder. The thunder is rolling. Oh my god. Did you hear? Maybe the mic doesn't pick it up, hopefully not. So a big chunk of those people, they have no idea of what happened in 2019, and nobody is doing a thorough research on a person before following them, because that would be the end of social media as we know it. Like, be honest, if you're following me, have you done a research on me? Have you Googled, like, is the Mirror Beauty problematic? Are you sure she's not? Maybe she's been in a scandal before. No, like, I guess I'm too small to have been in a scandal. I mean, if you had to Google or otherwise research everyone you were about to follow, you just probably wouldn't be following anyone, because that's too much work. First chunk of people has no idea that something happened before, and they're only seeing this video and James Charles showing his true colors for the first time now. And they are, of course, unhappy about it, because they were there for the beauty videos and for the makeup application and makeup tips and advice. And let's face it, James Charles is actually good at applying makeup. I'll give him that. Not my style of makeup. Maybe that's why I was never following him in the first place, even before all the scandals. But he is good at what he does. And he's also good at making content, which means that the algorithm is recommending his content to people who might be interested in makeup. And that's how he keeps getting new followers who are just now seeing what he behaves like. But there is also another big portion of people who maybe even now are not seeing what he behaves like, and not because they are stupid or unaware, but simply because they're not following him this closely. And I know it might come as a shock, since you and me, we are discussing this drama here, so we're clearly interested in that, and you have probably seen a ton of other videos discussing what James Charles did, or maybe it's one of the first ones, but in any case, like, you know that, and you're interested in that, and I know that, and I'm interested in that. But there are plenty of people who might be casually following a beauty influencer, while their main interest on TikTok or the gram or YouTube or whatever might be something different. Maybe they're mostly watching travel content or comedy skits, but they're also like mildly interested in beauty, and they like a beauty tutorial every now and then. Maybe they see like 3 or 4 of those a week, one of them from James Charles, and that's it, and they don't know what's happening. And we, of course, cannot blame these people, you know, for having different interests. We just need to understand that out of the 40 million people who follow James Charles, not everyone is following him super closely. A lot of people are following him casually. You know, I have 27k here on YouTube, but I don't get 27,000 views on every video. Like, some videos, you know, make it, some don't. Like, even shorts, because a lot of my followers come from shorts, but I don't get that many views on every short, just because not every video is shown to every person. And most likely you watching this, you haven't seen every video of mine, and that's absolutely normal. If you've seen a couple, I'm already happy with it, because it means we connected on some level, that you've seen my first video and you liked it enough to watch a second one from me, for which I thank you, by the way. And if you feel like we have a connection, you can give a like to this video, by the way. But if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine as well. So not all the people are following him as closely. After the scandal with the minors happened in 2019, he lost a ton of followers on YouTube, for example. So people definitely not like that. Now, I think there has been an inflow of new people, like either be very young people or just new to the beauty world in one way or another. And there has been an inflow of people who are just casually following him, you know, without actually watching a lot of his videos. And then of course an inflow of people who came from things like giveaways, etc. So who just like hit the follow button because it was like a condition of the giveaway, who don't really watch his content. Now, out of these 40 million people, of course there are some people who are following him closely, no doubt. And on that, I think Jen Love made a great video about the psychological tricks he uses to make people his die-hard fans, and I'm linking her video in the description below. My opinion is that even after all this, he might be losing some followers. Some people might not like that, but a lot of people also won't know what's happening, and a lot of new people will keep coming because they will see his beauty videos, which are actually pretty good, in the algorithm, and they will follow him because they won't be doing a research on every person that they follow. So even if he loses a lot of followers over this, he will still have a lot left. And yes, he will still have a platform, unless, you know, these social media actually ban him, which I doubt that they will do, because what he did here, mocking this woman, was not actually a violation of the terms of service, I believe. Was it? Was it something like spreading hate? I don't think you get banned for this on social media for calling somebody lazy. What he did was, of course, absolutely disgusting, and he since apologized because, of course, if you're getting backlash, what do? You apologize and then carry on as if nothing happened. I am pretty sure, of course I cannot know, I'm not inside his head, but I'm pretty sure that the only reason he apologized was not because he was truly sorry and he realized what a bad thing he did, but because he realized that he was losing followers, he was losing people's support, and he needed to get those people, some of those people, back. So I'm not buying that. Let me know if you do, and if you agree with me that this is why he has a platform, or if you have some other opinion about that. I would love to know it and discuss it in the comments. Let's see what others think. And if you want to know more about makeup controversies, you're welcome to check this playlist right here, and I'll see you in any video over there. Bye!